And hello and welcome, pool fans from all around the world. We are deep in the Austrian Alps here in St. Johann, Austria, for the Predator Austrian Open. This Euro Tour is down to the business end, and this is the last 32. This is a single elimination from here on out, and it's a race to 11, playing 9-ball, alternate break every 2 racks. And this is George Teachea in the booth, and I'm going to be joined by the man with a passion for pool, the one, the only, Mark White. Hello, Mark, and welcome.
Well, what an introduction that was, George. I haven't heard one like that since I commentated with you last time, and that was a long time ago. But it's great to be with you, George. It really is, and looking forward to a great match here between 2 pool greats. Let's have it.
This is Victor Solinski from Poland, but he's playing under the AIN flag. Victor has defeated Thomas Klein from Germany, Jacob Sather from Norway, Alex Kazakis from Greece. He lost to Sismond Kural in the winner's qualification and had to play Daniel Resch from Austria. And now he faces another Austrian, Maximilian Lechner, an Austrian pool champ. He's been playing these Euro Tours for 15 years. This young man is 25 years of age, and he's ranked number 8 by the WPA. In the opening break here, will he be aggressive, Mark? No, it's defense all the way. What a beauty.
Easy answer now, no.
What a beautiful shot, Mark. What can Max come back with? A 2-rail kick, trying to get that 1 ball down behind the 8 and the 9.
Sounds good to me, George.
Well, this is 9 balls, so they don't have to call it. He hasn't left anything really easy. Another safety probably. But this is a race to 11 now, so these gentlemen will probably play a little more aggressive than usual since it's not a short race. This young man here is the 3-time Euro Tour champion, a 3-time Predator Pro Billiard Series 10-ball champion, and he has started off with a beautiful shot on this 1 ball. Good with the jump stick. And a little.
Buy one, get one free there, George.
He did get 2 for the price of 1, didn't he? Another kick shot here. But now he's kicking to an open table, Mark. This is dangerous because if he leaves a shot here, this rack is more than likely over. He's got a tough shot. Oh, I'm sorry. The 3 ball.
Yeah, I thought he take it on.
I thought that was the 7. Well, he either takes it on or banks the 3-ball down by the 9 with the cue ball, creating distance. It looks like he's going for it. No, he's going safe all the way. He's banking the ball down past the 9. What nice speed. That's a very nice shot. Very nice shot. The players are on a 35-second time clock. 1 extension, 60 seconds after the break. And Maximilian Lecter will not be denied. He plays a very nice safety, feathering the 3 and coming up behind the 7. Two-rail kick here, trying to make the ball. And it's not going to work out for Zielinski. Lechner to come up with an open table.
Yeah, I commentated on Max's game this morning when he played Leskowski, and both of them had a golden break, George. Golden break each. It's the only 2 I've seen this tournament. I don't know whether you've seen any on your previous matches at all.
No, I haven't had any previous matches. This is the only match I've done in the EUROTOUR. I just had the pleasure of doing the Predator Pro Billiard Series. But the Leskowski match went, he won it in the winner's qualification, 9-7. So Max has defeated Ivica Putnik from Serbia, 9-8. A tough match there in the winner's round. Zambor Stach Ojuek, the first time I tried to pronounce that name, 9-3 in the winner's round 2. And here he takes on Viktor Zielinski. These two have played quite a bit before. I know they've played in the U.S. in Las Vegas. And, of course, Zielinski, very successful in Las Vegas. He's won the Predator Las Vegas Open twice now, and then another PBS series event. Max is an 817 Fargo. I'm not sure just how much that's used in Europe. I'm sure it's used quite a bit now because it's become quite popular all over the world. His opponent, Zielinski, is an 830. Mark, you guys have had a great time here in Austria. We've all had a good time here. It's great tournaments. We just had the Pro Billiard Series, now the EUROTOUR.
Yeah, very
this
impressed.
Is an elite match
with the setup. Very impressed with the setup. Beautiful.
Yeah, just love this Predator Arc table. I like everything about this one. They have it in, I've seen it in 3 different forms. The brown with the gold pockets, and then this one all in black. And then there's one with the gray and black. Beautiful 3-piece slate. Beautiful table. The Predator light there at the bottom, it's actually at the head of the table. It's at the bottom because it's, but it's just. Zielinski's in form here, Mark, with an open table. It's all nice and spread out for him. And he's in line.
Bounce off the back rail or come in and out of the corner. Low right. Just spin it in and out, but decides to just go 1 rail forwards. Keeping it simple, George. Lovely stroke. Great player to watch. Very quick. Great rhythm. Finished a bit straight on this though, has he?
He's a little straight, but I think he has just enough angle to work with. This is a little bit on the tougher side. Let's see if he plays to the short side of the 8-ball, because it lays so natural. And he does. Handles it very well. He doesn't want to be straight here, and he's not. He's got a nice angle to go to the 9 to put his mark on the board. Both of these players play so smooth. Nice cue ball, good and tidy cue ball. And that was Zielinski's second break. And now the break will go to Max, as they will break in the alternate break format, 2 racks apiece. Tied at 1.
Well, our Pro Billiard Series Austrian Open champion, Felix Vogel, is in action, but he's lost the first 2 racks to his fellow countryman, Denis Luzowski. 2-0 down, Felix Vogel. Sanchez Ruiz 3-1 up against Valentin Schmitz. Back to this one.
Oh, what a nice break. And he's going to be nice and tidy on the 2-ball. Look at this, Mark, wide open. Max off to a great start breaking. He gets 2 breaks and could open up the score here. That's what I like about this 2 alternate break every 2 racks, Mark. I know you like it also. They can open up a little bit of a lead.
Yeah, I think it's a nice kind of format in between the winner breaks and the alternate break. Those 2 breaks, as you say, I do like it. It just makes it a little bit more spicy. Does allow a player to get a couple of racks clear sometimes.
Especially in these longer formats, in this race to 11, you get to break twice instead of alternating every time. And look how fast and well he's come through this rack. Everything's in line. Skip that cue ball. Pretty nice here. Max has done well for himself here in 2026. He's off to a pretty good start. He's had a couple of high finishes. He was semifinalist of the Las Vegas Open and the Whirlpool Team Championships, a semifinalist also. He has some Final 16 finishes, Final 32 in the Men's World 8-Ball, Final 32 in the UK Open. Quite a player.
Yeah, I've always liked Max. He's a bit like Mario He for me. He's kind of maybe hasn't won as much as he could do, but still has time. Terrific player, and all the time gathering experience as well, of course.
Well, experience he does have, Mark. He's 36 years of age now. This is his 15th year playing in the Euro Tours, and he has taken his break and run in his first of 2 breaks here in this match against Zielinski. And These Euro Tours are played almost every other month, and I think Max has yet to win one. His highest finish, I believe, is a quarterfinalist, or is it a quarterfinalist? But he finishes high all the time. He'll be in last 32 here. This match takes him to the last 16. Was it close to 200 players, Mark, for this?
Yeah, 199.
Well, he didn't get the one ball down there like he did in the last rack, but he didn't leave it either. So
yeah, ball down.
got a ball down.
3 balls. Yeah, made the 3-point rule as well. At least he's got control of the table. Broke very, very well also in the Billard Beckman Men's Open, which we've just had in Austria. He joined the club. It's a very small club, actually, who have run a complete set in the Pro Billiard Series. 4 breaker runs in a row he had. Not many have done that, George, have they, over the years?
No, they haven't. In fact, I've yet to see it. And keep in mind, folks, that the Pro Billiard Series is 10 ball, not 9 ball. So it makes it a lot tougher to run that set. The 10 ball break being much harder than the 9 ball.
Yeah, with the hand rack as well, of course, George.
Yes, big difference.
Didn't like it, so exercising his right to put his opponent back in again.
Yeah, what he doesn't like about this is that there's no real place for the cue ball to go. And that 8 ball plays big. The 1 ball is going to end up right by the 3 because he can only cut it very thinly. So he has to find cover along these lines, and he's not found it. So good decision by Zielinski to put Lechner back in, and he's come up with a nice shot to go down for the 2 ball on the 1, and a nice opening for this rack. And off to a good start. He's in now. How'd you like to have this layout, Mark?
I would love it. I'd probably miss, though, on the 3 here, George. Trying to get to the 4, but this guy won't. He'll just stroke it in, a little bit low right on the cue ball. End up roughly where he is now would be okay. A bit more angle he'd like on the 4, though.
I like your call. And I think he's listening, Mark. I think he's listening. He'll have to power up here, though. He's got to get that 5 either for the side pocket or the corner pocket on the far right side. Hey, did he go far enough? Yes, he did. He could have gone further. He just not happy with that. That 8 ball now plays big on position for the 6. And he's found it. Well, Max did well with his first break. He broke and ran. The second one, after some maneuvering by the players, after a push out, which Zielinski gave back, Zielinski found himself back at the table to get to where he is right here and needs these 2 balls to tie things up. And 2 apiece it is, Mark.
Yeah, expect this to be close, George. Mistake
Oh,
from
I think
Max.
Totally agree, Mark. I totally agree.
Tell you what, George, all the players have got a very nice suntan. They've all been using their downtime to experience the beautiful scenery and swimming pool and mountain climbing, all that good stuff. They're all looking very healthy, aren't they? A bit like you, George. The man with a permanent tan.
That's correct. That's one thing I do have. Yeah, Zielinski's ranked number 7 in the EuroTour's overall ranking. And Lechner is ranked number 24. That has a lot to do with, of course, the number of EuroTours they've played in and how they've finished. Safety all the way. He's got a wall of balls. He's going to find cover behind the 7. Making it just that much a tough ball to hit, Mark.
Fabulous shot from Max. I mean, where does he go? Can he get behind the 4 ball here? Between the 4 and the rail on the right-hand side, George?
He's going to have to come kick to the side pocket on the right where Quintadas, the referee, is standing. He goes to the right side, catches just before the side pocket, and, ooh, close, but not close enough. And a great start here for Maximilian, or as he's called, Mad Max.
I think, isn't Zelensky the wizard? Victor the Wizard, I think he is, from memory.
I don't know if they've given him a nickname. The Wiz, yes, he is. That's what.
Yeah, the Wiz, that's it. Yeah.
And he is a wizard. I've seen some one of the best matches I saw from Zielinski was in Las Vegas a few years back against a Taiwanese champion, Young Lu. Or is it Yulong Chang. It was a great match against the Taiwanese. But then again, he's had great matches. Go ahead.
Just remembering that match, in Las Vegas, that he won it, didn't he? The year that his room was broken into. I know a few of the Polish guys had their rooms broken into and all their clothes stolen. And Victor was at
Zielinski. I think he was 19 or 20 years old. It's been quite a while. That's how far back we go, Mark. Doing these matches
long
together.
Time, George. I remember you taking me my first time ever to the very, very famous pool hall in Las Vegas called Griff's.
And that's correct.
You drove me there in your white Audi A7, I think it was it? Am I right?
Q5.
Q5. Oh, nearly. I got my letters. I'm a numerical dyslexic, George. Got my numbers and my letters mixed up.
And these two to get that ever so precious lead. Zielinski will have one more break. And they're trading punches. Neither player winning 2 games in a row yet. They win one and lose one. And the score is close. Yeah, Las Vegas, these guys all come over. I love the way the Polish team travels. Zielinski no longer associated with them as much. I don't know exactly what's been going on, but I know he now plays under the anonymous flag.
Yeah, I think the truth of the matter was, George, that he just had a falling out with the Federation. I know the Federation pay a lot of their expenses and stuff like that, but I think in the end, he just wanted to go it alone and keep his own prize money. I think it was as simple as that, to be honest.
Yep, that clears it up. He has a bright future at 25 years of age. I mean, he is one of the elite players of the world. At an 830 Fargo, the highest Fargo, of course, is 860. That's owned by Joshua Filler. He's at 830. And ranked probably in the top. I'll get you that information in just a quick bit. I know he's in the top 100, but he's much, much higher than that.
Well, missed out on that combo there. Max just has to be a little bit careful here. It's so deep in the pocket. I'm kind of surprised that it didn't drop, to be honest.
Yeah, he's number 17 in the world with an 830 Fargo. And 25 years of age. If that's not promising, I don't know what is. But as you mentioned, this man right here at the table, Mr. Lechner, Mad Max, he's just got to come into his own. I'm not sure what's keeping him back, but he plays with the best and always has good results. He just can't seem to get across that finish line first.
Played a howler there. He's going to have to take on the combo. Did get to the final, remember, of the US Open, where he got beaten by Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, and that's no shame. Everyone was getting beaten by Sanchez Ruiz during his reign of terror across the pool community.
Yeah, for about 2 years there, he had quite the reign, didn't he? He's still up there on top, though. That's a close jump, Mark. He's very handy with the jump cue. I do believe Zielinski is sponsored by Predator, and that is more than likely the air rush that he's jumping with.
Too much rush and not enough air.
I like that, Mark. That was good. I like that one a lot. Speaking of rush, Maximilian Lechner will rush these last 6 balls and try to get that ever so wanted 2-game lead. Looking good here. Will he come all the way back for the 7 in the side? Oops, he's looking at the 5. The 5 ball looks brown to me on my screen. So I was confused on the shots there due to the color. But it's just my lighting, not the ball set. This is the Predator Arcos balls, and they are the best in the business. I love these balls.
I remember you grabbing a set of them, George. Do you remember that?
I purchased it, yes. I didn't take it home, though. I bought my own set off the Predator website, predatorcues.com. And he does take that ever so desired 2-game lead and will be breaking 2 of his own racks. It could extend.
Yeah,
Broken rack in his first rack.
Poor shot from Victor on that combo. Now we're just talking about Sanchez Ruiz. He's already 7-2 up against Valentin Schmidt, going very, very well. Al-Kaidi going well also. Al-Kaidi 5-0 ahead, actually 6-1 now it is, against George Antonakis. Albin Ocean up against his fellow Austrian, Daniel Guttenberger. It's Albin that leads there, 6-3. Felix Vogel in trouble, 5-1 down to Denis Laskowski. Back to this one.
And here we go with Max. This 2 ball to get on the 3. This is interesting. Will he play the safety here? Because if he makes the ball, the 3 ball is hard to get positioned for. I'd look to see him get down by the 6 ball with the cue ball. Or maybe even bank the 2 ball to that area. He's offensive, though. This is not a bad offense. Yeah, I think so too, Mark. I think he goes with this, but the position's tough on the 3. He has to come down by his elbow. And he has. He's found it, made it, and got position.
Well, if this goes right, he could have a 3-rack lead.
He's there. This is a stop shot, and then it all gets rather standard run out. Gets a good angle on that 5 ball, and this game should be over. Should be, could be. Nothing's definite. He's got to get past that 9 ball to get to the 6. With ease. Oh, Max is looking good. Looking very good with that cue ball. Unfortunately,
Max is looking mercurial. Beautiful.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Zielinski doesn't seem very concerned in the chair. He just says, just wait till I get up there. I have some power of my own. For I am the whiz, as you mentioned, Mark. Well, it's really all right here on the position for the 8 and the shot on the 7. Does it get better than that?
Yeah, Max was playing really, really well in the PBS event. Came up against a certain Felix Vogel. Proved just too tough for him. 3-rack lead here, though, George. Looking very, very comfortable.
Comfortable indeed. That's the second break and run for Maximilian Lechner in this set.
Yeah, decided to go for that 2-ball, and it was a wise decision.
Well, these matches you've been calling out here in the last 32 all started at about the same time, and we have one man through already with a 9-3 win, and that's Miško Fortunski. Joshua Filler leading 8-3 over Mika van Berkel, as you mentioned, Mark. So quite some great matches for you.
It's race to 11, though, George, not 9. Remember?
Right.
But yes, they're nearly there.
That slipped my mind. Nice catch, Mark. Thank you. That's the one good thing I can depend on. Mark always keeps me on my toes. That's a good thing. Meanwhile, you know, the speed of his cue ball and his object ball there were just so well played. He's got to make sure to hit the correct side of this one ball. Hits the bottom side, he could scratch in the corner. I believe he's coming 2 rails. So he wants to hit the left side of it as we see it. Oh, nicely done. I think he's made it. Oh, no, just close. Not sure if he can spin this ball enough to catch the 1. Oh, yes, he can.
Hold up, cue ball.
6 ball just got in the way.
From his body language, I thought he had a piece of it, but obviously hasn't. So another kick, George.
Yeah, this one not as easy as the first one. And he's going to leave the 2 ball over the pocket. And a good starting point for his opponent.
We've had more kicks than the Super Bowl, George.
Well, right now there's a lot of kicks going on around the world as we have the World Cup of football, as you call it, over there in Europe. And we've seen some great play in that sport. all over the world.
Yeah, I haven't managed to watch a single match, which is very unlike me. But where I am, George, the times are just, well, they just don't fit.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you get a chance to watch any, Lionel Messi is having a great year.
Yeah, unbelievable, isn't he? 38 years old. Still running around like a kid, scoring goals for fun.
Well, talk about running around. This young Zielinski is doing just that. Oh, he's got a little straight here. He's a little flat. He's going to have to go forward 2 rails and come all the way back for the 9. Or can he power it off the rail? He went forward. Okay. That wasn't the easiest of shots to put that much power on it. He had to. So watch this. He's got the English on it, just not quite enough oomph. But he cuts it in. Nice run out by the young Viktor Zielinski.
Yeah, took full advantage after the kick went wrong for Max.
Sure. And here he is, his second break, I believe. Ball down. Does he have an opening? He does. Look for this young man to put his first break and run on the board.
And if he can make the most of these 2 breaks, he could come back level. A couple of break and runs would go down very, very nicely here. When he's in full flow, he's beautiful to watch, George, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He doesn't waste any time. He likes a nice rhythm to his game. He just lines up, and then it's all about timing. He does that so well.
Thinks very quick. Sees the shot, gets down. A couple of strokes. Tall lad as well. Well, what a rack. He's in a hurry, George.
Well, he has a rhythm, and it is a race to 11. And as you said, there are mountains to climb and hiking trails to hit there in Austria. Beautiful part of the world. We've had the pleasure of being in Klagenfurt.
We have twice. Beautiful there, George, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes, it is. As it is in St. Johann. Oh, this one's going to looks dry, but no shot on the one, I don't think. If you guys haven't noticed, if the fans out there haven't noticed, the balls are tapped down there. There's no template rack and there is no hand rack. They are tapped down on the table, just like a template.
Well, Mieszko did get those 2 extra racks he needed. Runs out an 11-3 winner. Filler 9-4 up. Oh, look at this, George. Oh.
A little bit of trouble, but the line is there for this 2-rail kick. He'll be trying to hold the cue ball where the 1 ball is and send that 1 ball between the 5-8 window.
He'd love to swap the balls around here, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would. He's hit it well, but he's left a shot.
Nice little cannon into the yellow, into the red 3 here.
Max again coming up with the open table. And a nice starting point. Just a matter to get over to the by the 6 ball for the 5. And then it opens up, and your man, the killer, Filler, getting ready to take that one down, huh, Mark?
Yeah, a couple more needed. Max is good here, though. Mario, he in a right battle as well with young Estonian Carl Gnaderberg. 6-all they are.
There's a player coming up in the ranks. The young man from Estonia, Carl. His fellow countryman, Dennis Grabe, trailing 5-7 to the Spaniard, the island man, a boy, Jonas Suto.
Yeah, another player who's really improved, George, as well. Jonas, remember him from all the Pro Billiard Series events. He used to come to them all, didn't he, in the early years? And he was a good player, but he was never the quality that he is now. He really has improved over the last few years, Jonas. Lovely kid as well.
Totally agree. You know, he's One of the things about the a lot of these federation players are like Max. He's always with Albin. He's always with Mario, as is the young Spaniard. Always with Dennis Alcaide. Always with FSR. In fact, I think that night that we were at Griff's, you saw the three of them there also, and that was one of their. I think it was one of the first visits for the young Jonas to Griff's. Remember that well.
I do. Max taking a time out, George.
Do you want to take a time out here, Mark, or should we just go over some of the scores of the other matches in the last 32?
Go ahead, George.
Okay. You have Grimm versus... Oops, you have a women's match that's a race to 7. But in the men's matches, you have Maciol and Torsten Homan tied at 6. That's a great match there. The world Hall of Famer Torsten Homan and the younger Daniel Maciol. Alcaide, the Spaniard, El Matador, leading 9-2 over George Antonakis from Greece. And, of course, Grabe and Suto at 5-7. Sloznoki over Canoniga from Spain, 7-2. Mariusz Skoniski, never seen that, trailing 6-8 to Petr Urban. Luka Men trailing Radoslav Babika 7-5. And your man Felix Vogel has righted the ship. He is now tied at 5 with Laskowski. Dimitris Lukatos trailing Stefan Huber 8-2. And Sismon Cural 8-2 over Salvador Garcia Fernandez from Spain. So you have quite a few Spaniards in the final 32, 4 of them that I can see. Still hanging in. Georgiev, who had a great finish in the men's Pro Billiard Series just last week, leading 6-4 over Lazar Kostic, and Albin Ocean 9-4 over Daniel Gutenberger, both from Austria. Mario He tied with Karl Nadeberg at 7.
Yeah, Josh
So
Villa
quite a bit
already
going on.
through. Will play either Dennis Grabet or Jonas Salto. So tough match for either one of those two. Gets through the last 32 match.
Yeah. Yes, and speaking of a man on a rampage is the killer Filler. What a big tournament he had just recently in the UK Open. He played at just a tremendous level, Mark, there. It was scary how good he played. And the killer Filler.
Nip out for a minute, George. I'm going to nip out and get a bottle of water, my friend. I'll be back with you very, very soon.
I'll do the same. Don't go away, folks. We'll be right back with the players. And the players are back. Mac Lechner, leading 6-4 over Viktor Zielinski, is back. This is the Predator Austrian Open. The Austrian EuroTour, the last 32. If you just joined us, you have Maximilian Lechner from Austria versus Viktor Zielinski. This is George Teja, and I'm in the booth with a passion for pool, Mark White.
Thank you, George. Ball down, 2 across the head string. And there you see in the background Daria Saranchuk, who I just saw a post of hers on Facebook, very disappointed. She was lost on the hill to Jasmine Ocean and then lost today to get knocked out of the tournament. Very, very disappointed.
Looks like he's just banking this down for a safety. 2 balls tied up behind the 9, so there's not much future in making the 1 ball. Is he going to go for a jump shot rail first here?
He could be going for a double jump.
We haven't seen that for a while.
Saw one in the men's open, George, that I commentated on.
That's a very fine shot there. Very fine shot.
Almost like he was playing it with his normal cue, George, wasn't it? The accuracy he got on that. Absolutely fabulous shot.
Well, and now Max with a kick of his own. And another well-executed jump shot. Nice play by both players on the defensive kicks and return safety. Zielinski taking his time out, his extension, excuse me. And another one. These gentlemen are kicking to the correct side of the ball, the one they want to hit, and pushing the ball to a safe position. They're just 2 games apart in score, so they don't want to give up anything. Getting down to the second half of the match in this race to 11. Taking the cue. Yeah, he's... Well, the first chink in the armor there, and Zielinski with an opening shot on the 1.
Yeah, it's hard to see what he was going to do there. Attempted something very difficult, intricate, didn't work out.
He was trying to get that cue ball over, and it got a kiss there. But now it's Zielinski with the opening shot, and now he's in nice position to close out these last 6 balls. The young man just finished winning not too long ago a nice mixed doubles tournament with the young lady from South Korea, Soa, and a rather exciting mixed doubles tournament. So he's playing just about everything he can and playing it successfully.
I think that was at St. Louis, George. I think it was, wasn't it?
It was. Mm-hmm. And speaking of St. Louis, the Pro Billiard Series still has 5 events this year. They'll be in Rome, August 3rd through the 10th, in Vietnam for the Men's World 10-Ball Championships, September 19th through the 26th, in Bali, Indonesia, the 28th of September through October 5th for the Women's World 9-Ball Championship. And then it comes to the United States to San Antonio, Texas, November 22nd through the 29th, and then Jacksonville, Florida to close out 2026, where they've put up $3.6 million in prize funds. And that'll be December 15th through the 20th.
Yeah, Victor Zielinski running out that rack. Getting back within 1. Will be Max to break again. Looking to grab that 2-rack lead back again. Getting towards the business end now, the second half of this match. We've had 11 racks. Oh, look at this. Is there a possible 3-9 Karam? No.
I don't see it. He would have to hit this 3 ball. I don't know if he can get enough energy in the cue ball to go into the 9 to make it. He's got to follow the 3 and just clip the 9. I think he's looking at the full 3 ball to the corner pocket. He'll let the 9 ball go where it might. Should give him position on the 4 too if he makes it. And it does. Speed's important here to get on that 6 ball. Oh, there's the 5. He has hung up the 4 mark.
Yeah, too much orange in his eyes. Oh dear. Oh dear. Looked like
Speed
it came
got
very
away from
quick off that second rail. Look at the speed it came off.
Yeah, Those little shots like that 4-ball, that rail first speed is very sensitive. Very sensitive. Now he's going to have to play the 5-ball behind the 6, 7, 9, and the cue ball up behind the 8 or by the 8. He could actually go for the bank on this and play the position for the cue ball. It's going to leak, but not enough to make it.
I think he has enough to scratch off it. That's about it, George. Pretty sure watching Max set up for a shot, he's, I think, just been taking part in a sight right course. He's got all the mannerisms of a sight right player.
Is that a new technique that's being taught, Mark? A new instruction? That's the first I've heard of a sight right.
It's kind of new to the pool scene, George. It's been used in snooker, it's been used in golf, it's been used in darts for many years now, but it's kind of just coming into the pool industry. Jason Shaw is an ambassador for it.
I'll have to look into that. It's the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's a guy called Stephen Feeney. Feeney. Stephen Feeney.
And does this have the speed to get behind the 6? The answer is no. So an open shot again for Zielinski. The speed got away from him on that rail first shot, but now he's back at the table with a long pot on the 5. And this cue ball is headed in the right direction for the 6. So he'll have a go at it, but he's missed it. You know, by the way, that ended up, he may have been playing safe. Long pot for Max. And this will tell the tale of this game. This shot right here.
Yeah, watch the short walk in, just the step into the shot. Thought he was a bit quick on that one, George.
It just got away from him a little bit. He'll take this to the side and play for the 8 in the corner. And should close this out. And tie things up at 6.
Now this is turning into a real battle. Two-rack lead has eroded.
Yeah, that missed 6 ball by Max there. And this shot right here on the 5 was tough for Zielinski, but he got back to the table, ended up with a win.
Sanchez Ruiz safely through to the last 16, beating Valentin Schmitz by 11 racks to 2. Al-Qaidi, his teammate on the hill at 10-4 against George Antonakis. Joshua Filler through 11-4, as we said earlier.
A pot here leaves the 7 for this rack in trouble, but he's off to a good running start at this rack. Zielinski needs this game here to lead for the first time in this match in this race to 11. That 7's a puzzle. He has to solve it right now, so he knows where to go with the cue ball. Will he be playing safe or attempting to move the 7 when he plays the 5? Nope. He's going to have to find a different way to address the 7 from the 6. He's going to give himself an angle to go into it.
Could possibly play short side on it, George, into the left-hand side pocket. He's got the angle here.
You're very right, Mark. I just wonder if it'll go by the 8. He's going to look at that now. Yeah, it's tight. Yeah, that's good call, Mark. Oh, well, he's moved it. Go ahead,
that'll
Mark.
do as well, I think.
Does that go by the 8?
I think so. It looks better from this side. Victor's come round to look from our angle as well. I think it just goes, George.
That's a great camera angle. We can't get better than that, and I still can't tell. He's going to jump it over, I think.
He's trying to jump it. He's jumping the 7 over the 8. What a shot! Oh, you cheeky little monkey. That really was a whiz shot.
And the wizard comes through with a great shot, but he let up a little bit on this 8 ball, and it got away from him. It's not gonna work out for him. Lechner up to the table.
Well, after all that work, he'll be absolutely beside himself. Chance to lead for the first time, and he's thrown it away. Done all the hard work.
And Max takes advantage of a big mistake by Zielinski and converts it back to a 2-game lead. I'm sorry. Back to a lead 7-6 now. They were tied. It's kind of what happens, Mark, when we're looking at so many different scores. A nice angle here to go to the 5 for position from the 3.
Yeah, imperative now that Victor stays very, very close to Max. We really are getting towards the business end of this. Doesn't want a 2-rack lead for Max at this stage. But Max will have the next 2 breaks, remember. Just wondering, will Victor maybe take a break? Just to try and slow Max up a little bit.
That we'll soon find out. I don't think he does. I don't think he's in need of a break. I think he's kind of anxious to come to the table and get that lead that he wants and maybe move forward from there. This is a tight match. Just a couple of small errors by Zielinski, or he could have had that lead already on a couple different occasions. It's been a tight match.
Good chance for Max here, though. Get a couple of good breaks in. Who knows? We might even see a golden break again from the man. Saw one earlier.
You know, Mark, I haven't seen much movement on that 9-ball on the break. And as I say that, it just doesn't move at all.
It was getting kicked in, George, by the ball at the back. The back ball was coming back off the rail, then going and hitting into the 9. It happened into the top left and the top right-hand corner pockets. Twice within about 4 racks.
Most of the time in this format with a 9-ball on the spot, they run that cue ball off the rail and back towards it with a cut break. And it gets kicked in from there, but sometimes, a lot of the times, the ball just leave it alone. So, as you mentioned, it hasn't happened often.
That's the matchroom break, though, isn't it, where they're breaking from the centre?
Exactly.
Using the break box. Overdone it.
This is an interesting shot right here if he goes for the offense or the defense. Can the Wizard come up with a thin cut, Or does he even consider banking this ball to the corner pocket?
I think
It's a
he's got
tough
to
decision.
send it between the 9 and the 6. Maybe can hold behind the 5.
Yeah, that's a good question there. The 5 ball plays big in blocking it, so he's just gone for the distance. No cover, just distance. Again, he's faced with a choice, offense or defense. He's going defense. And very well played defense. Simple return safety, but a return shot. But getting safe is going to be tough. This ball kicks to an open area. He's got to get that cue ball down by the 7. Oh, what was I looking at? I thought he was going to go right at it.
That's a disaster. May even have played it, you know. Maybe went all in there.
I think he did. You're right, Mark.
Well, listen to this. Albin Ocean threw against Gutenberger. Carl Gnaderberg 10-8 up against Mario He. And then we got 3 up more players on the hill. Daniel Maciel, Snornoki and Babica are all on the hill. Things beginning to happen now in this last 32.
Yeah, this match here, tied at 7, has a little bit of ways to go. It's a race to 4 now. Going to 11.
And we will have the last 16 matches following at 9 p.m. local time. Tomorrow, George, quarterfinals, semi-finals and finals.
As you like to say, the business end of the tournament. Well, these 3 balls to take his first lead. I don't think this one will get away from Zielinski as that last 8 ball did. Kept it simple, going to the side for his first lead.
Yeah, and what a time to do it as well. Now the women's quarterfinal lineup is complete. Anna Gradisnik will play Linnea Harlemstron. Marion Jude from France will play Poland's Monika Zarbek. Nina Torvand having a really good run. She will be playing Germany's Pia Filler. Jasmine Ocean will be up against Angelina Lubinaz. So that's your quarterfinal lineup for the women. Actually, I beg your pardon. It's the last 16. It's getting late, George.
I thought you called that right, Mark. You said in the last 16.
I think I said quarterfinals, George. I didn't see there's another 4 matches below that. I'll give you them after this rack. But yeah, it's the last 16, and the men will be down to the last 16. One more round tonight at 9, and then tomorrow it's quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals.
Well, neither player giving an inch here. Seems to be a fly in the mix. Let's see how simple Max plays this. Oh, he doesn't go for simple. I guess that angle is just a little bit more than he wanted to try to hold. So he runs it to the middle of the table. He's got the 5 to go to the 7. It looks like he only has one pocket for the 8, Mark. And that's where the 5 ball's going now.
I think he might have the bottom left as well, George.
Think so?
Maybe, yeah. Just because of where he's played to get on the 7 ball, that's what makes me think that, unless he's going to cross over the line.
Yeah, he can wrap it out of the corner, which he has. And he's going to the side.
Indeed, he has.
And now with this camera angle, we can see that's where he was going the whole time, because that's where he has the ball. This is still tricky. He's going to have to hit this 9 ball and either send it to the side or come off and end up in a good place for it. Oh, he's put it perfectly in front of the side pocket. And that 1 game lead for Zielinski didn't last very long. They're back to even.
Nip and tuck. Let me just give you those other 4 matches in the last 16. Sandra Baumgartner is up against the young, well, you might remember this young girl, George, Xinyu Hong. Remember her from Austria? Winning the junior championships. So she'll be up against Sandra Baumgartner. Bojana Sarac takes on Christina Stenlege. Miriam Steiner will play the Netherlands' Julian Schurman. And Lena Primus will play Amber Chen. Amber Chen, of course, won the Predator Pro Billiard Series in Canada. If you remember that, George.
She has done well on the Pro Billiard Series, but you mentioned the young Hong, the Xinyu Hong from Taiwan. She made the last 16 in the Biadis Karinho. So that young lady, another one with a good future. And a high finish there, and another finish here with the last 16. Slid that one in. Now he's got to go back and forth for position on the 6 ball. Probably leave the cue ball right where the 4 ball is. And the young wizard playing this 6-ball to close the gap to that race to 11. He wants to be 2 games away and in control. And he gets that lead back. And I think he has the break now, Mark. Is this his second break or his first? I don't really recall.
Yeah, 1 rack lead, 1 more to come. Dennis Grabe has been beaten 11-6 by Jonas Salto. Felix Vogel, well, he was in trouble. He was 4-1 down. He's now 9-7 up. The Austrian Billiard Beckman Open champion. Torsten Holman, the dream is over. The only American flag in the whole of the tournament. Saw a nice interview with Torsten earlier on, saying that he was proud to play for the country that he's lived in for the last 20 years. Who knows, George, may even represent them at Moscone. It's possible.
Yeah, he's been here for a while. He's been here for a while, and he's had quite a career here in the U.S. in those 20 years, representing Germany the whole time, and now representing the U.S. It's funny, it seems like the U.S. is starting to depend on importing talent, since we don't produce a lot of it of our own, although we do have some very promising juniors coming up on the women's game with Savannah East and Sophia Mast. U.S. is hopefuls there. A couple others.
You got Fracasso Werner, Payne McBride. I don't know what's happened to Joey Tate. I think Joey Tate is studying now, George, I believe.
Yeah, it could well be. Could well be. He was. Plus, he's out of the junior ranks now. I believe. I think he's turned 20. I'm not sure, but I'll just never forget that one game against Tate against Van Boning, and that purple 5-ball drove him nuts. He shot at it instead. A good chance to defeat the great one, Shane Van Boning from the U.S. I've hated the purple 5 since.
Well, what did you think of that situation at the time, George? Do you think Shane should have said something, or was he right to not say something and teach the guy a lesson? What do you reckon?
I don't think it's a matter of teaching a lesson. I think it's the game. Do you interrupt the player to tell him what he's doing wrong? That's what a coach would do, but not an opponent. So yes, I think Shane was sportsmanship or not, in a big tournament, you let it play out.
Well, I was actually there at that US Open, and after that incident, I went round with my phone and I asked 10 other pros what they would have done in that situation, and 9 of them said they would have said something.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, which I thought was quite interesting.
And that's actually a good insight. Something you did was very, very good there. I actually have had that come up when I'm playing, and I have said something, but not in a major tournament. In a major tournament, most players would just look away. I find it a little hard to believe that they would have said that 9 out of 10 would have said something. Maybe just feeling for Joey Tate. But to each their own.
What is the first rule of pool, George?
The first
Learn
rule
the rules.
Learn the rules and don't
Learn
mess.
the rules. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, he had no right to tell him, as you said.
It's a tough position to be in because you know you're going to be criticized if you don't, and you're going to be criticized if you do. But Zielinski now taking a nice lead.
Yeah, roles reversed, 2-rack lead, and it's really, really important time to do it as well because he's arrived at the hill. And Max needs, well, 2 break and runs really. He needs to win the next 2 racks, whatever.
Well, Max has had 2 break-in runs in this set, in this match so far, but he needs them now because he cannot give up another game, and he can't let that dangerous wizard come out of that chair. The 1 ball is down, a shot on the 2. Well, he's got an open shot on it. Will it be aggressive or will it be defensive? At this juncture, you want to make sure. Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Twice across.
You called it. It's got to get by the 8. It has. And Max looking down the throat of another run out, and he needs it. He can tie things up with 2 break and runs. A good pro should be about 60%, 65% to break and run playing 9 ball. Especially these elite players. Max looking very solid here to come through this. Needs these last 3.
Yeah, and it is all on these players, you know, because they've got a tapped rack. It's consistent. If they don't make a ball, it's their own fault. They can't blame anyone else for gaps in the rack or anything like that. The tapped rack is very, very consistent. And they're racking them themselves as well. Theoretically, George, we should be going hill.
Well, he needs 1 more after this 9. We'd like it to go hill. The fans would love it to go hill, but those with skin in the game would like to see their player Go all the way. But you and I don't have any skin in the game, do we, Mark? Or are you side betting on your games?
Well, I've hardly got any skin left on my fingers, to be honest. It's been such a nail biter all the way through, and I'm not actually kidding either. This is a real nail biter.
Sure. The Austrian needs this game. 1 ball is down. 2 ball is open. Again, an important decision for Max. Table is spread pretty wide.
He's got to
This
play
is a big
behind the
shot.
5, George. Got to play behind the 5, surely.
That would move the cue ball the least. If he wants to move it a lot, he's got to play down by the 4 with the cue ball. But I think he's taking your route, Mark. I think he's going behind the 5 and just moving the cue ball, 2 ball down. Nice play. Very nice play.
Well, he's got 2 rails past the 9.
That or the jump shot. It's a tough jump. He's going to go for the jump. You know, when you have to get that cue ball up in the air fast because you're close, the more distance, the harder the shot. Oh, he couldn't do much. He couldn't do much better than that other than make the ball. He's left a simple kick shot. Oh, Max is going to go for the jump also. This is a good jump. He's got a nice angle for position. As long as he keeps the cue ball on the table. He's got to land it softly.
Oh,
He has.
brilliant.
He
Needs it
has.
to travel. Needs it to travel. And it has. What a chance then for Max. Just the safety behind the 8. Oh, he's not hit this hard enough.
I don't know if he left the full ball, Mark. I don't know if he'll have to jump over the edge of the 8. Yeah, he must have left the full ball. He's got his playing cue.
Oh, don't knock the 9 in a position. No, it's okay. Good shot.
This isn't a tough. He's left a tough shot here. Not easy to play safe. Distance. He'll try to hold the 4 ball there and bring the cue ball around to the left side of the table. He's got it. Oh, it's going to come up. Is it enough?
Well, he can certainly hit the 4-ball. What can he do with it?
He might be able to play. If he can hit the right side of it, he might play the 9, but I doubt it. He'll play safe all the way right here. That's exactly. Now, bonus would be to get cover. He didn't get that. Now he'll have to try to use the 7 and the 6. If he can get to the right side of the 4, he might use the 9 for cover. Oh boy.
I bet his heart skipped a beat there for a second.
Yeah, what a shot by Max here. He's left an edge on the 4, maybe even the full 4. Yeah, it looks like he has. He's got enough to bank it past the 8 and bring the cue ball to the short rail. These guys are nip and tuck all the way, Mark. The score's nip and tuck, and so are their shots.
Back to square one here. I think another safety behind the 5-ball. Send the 4 to the side.
And again. Well, he didn't get it with, didn't get the hook with the 5. Didn't get the hook with the 5, but he has the other 2 balls on the bottom there, the 6, 7. You know, this kick is going to have to be very accurate to even come close to finding cover. He's kicking to an open area, and it's going to be hard. So he just hit it with some pace and said, see if I can get something out of this. Yeah, there wasn't much future in that.
Hit and hope.
Yeah, it's kind of what it was. Didn't have much else. You know, with the 7 ball available over the pocket, this is still not an easy combo. But easy enough for Max. Needs these 4. He's there. He's there, Mark. I think we're going to have that hill game. This is a straight-in shot on the 6 with a stop shot for the 8. But there's a lot of pressure on this shot. Doesn't bother Max.
Full credit to these 2 guys showing why they're at the top of the game. Tremendous match. 10-10. Can I have the high five? Will be Victor breaking.
And just what you called, Mark, a very high-level match, very competitive match. Nip and tuck all the way. Max with a break and run to get the opportunity to get on the hill. Here it is. Advantage. Who would you give the advantage to? I'd give it to the breaker here, Mark.
Yeah, me too. Just don't scratch. All the nines on the move.
Well, nothing down. 60 seconds to plan the attack for Lechner. Does he attack or does he play safe? He's got a shot on the 1. It appears to go by the 5.
Can't believe that
It's
one
a
ball
tester.
didn't drop.
It's a tester. He's got a good shot on the 2, Mark, but how does he get the cue ball down for the 3? It's on the foot
Just going to
rail
ask you
there.
that, George. I was just going to ask
He's
you,
gonna
mate. I don't know.
He's going to have to put a lot of high English on this ball and try to follow the 6 with the cue ball. That's all he really has, unless he could play safe here. It's a hard decision. It's a big decision, but he could play safe.
He's gone all in. Oh, he needs a little bit of run. Keep running, keep running. He's okay. Max is running.
He could have done without that second kiss. This is an up and down shot. The cue ball's going to be traveling.
Rather be at the table than where Victor is at the moment, George. Oh, he's missed the 3. He's been lucky, though.
Well, I will say he's left a kick shot on this 3 ball. Zielinski has been close on making a couple of these. But does he have... If he has to go between the 6 and the 8, that means he has to hold it up. He's counting. He's counting diamonds. Exactly where do I hit? Mathematically speaking...
I used to have a girlfriend like that, George, that used to count diamonds.
Yeah. He has come close, but Max has made that safety work for him. And at 10 apiece, he has that all-important ball in hand with an open table. And keep in mind, this is the last 32, so it is single elimination. The loser gets to enjoy another hike. The winner moves into the last 16, which will be later this afternoon, later this evening here in Austria.
Yep, long day in San Johann.
Oh, he's missed it.
Unbelievable.
And that was nothing. Nothing but pressure. I thought he was home free. Oh, the disappointment on his face.
Well, Felix Vogel is through, and he will play the winner of this rack later on this evening, 9 p.m. local time in Austria.
Well, the only thing left to do in this rack, Mark, is make those 3 balls. Won't do much with the cue ball on either of these shots. Just has to have put that 8 ball down for an easy shot on the 9 on the side.
Well, Mad Max will be mad after missing that 5 ball. What an opportunity he had, George. I'll leave it to you.
And Zielinski does close it out in this Hill match. He closes it out. He will move to the final 16. Max is going hiking in the Austrian Alps. But this has been George Teacha and the man with the passion for pool. The one and only Mark White will be back with the final 16 and the final 16 for the women. Don't go away. Thanks for joining us.